Okay, here we go, guys. Sorry for the delay. Okay, I'm going to do a live for the prayer call. I should have put the date on the description. I'll add that later. This is our older one, April 9th, 2025. There was description of, I name every one of them, okay? And this one I felt like naming, just saying, meditate these scriptures to pass over or pray through or pray the manifestation of heaven on earth. Okay? James chapter 5 verse 7. So, brethren, be patient until the coming of the master. See, the farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, waiting patiently for it until it receives the early and latter rain. Okay, so he's waiting for the revival before he harvests the souls. My faithfulness to ensure your protection and strengthen against Satan. And this was underlined, reinforcing your confidence and victory for you by faith. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. Pausing before I read that, today's service, I heard a minister say, it's not about faith in general, it's faith in his word, a specific faith. Faith that when you pray, that it shall be. Because you're praying according to the word. Not because you have faith that God is going to act on your behalf because you prayed, but because he's going to act on behalf of his word. Okay? 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the master is trustworthy, who shall establish you and guard you from the wicked one. Proverbs 13:9. The light of the righteous rejoices, the lamp of the false is put out. So that Proverbs 13:9 lets you know what's happening now. That the ones that are righteous, their light is going to shine bright. But the ones that are false, he's going to put out their light. He's going to put them out of the way. We will not be able to find them anymore. Okay, this is not underlined. Living righteously will lead you to successful, victorious outcomes in this prayer together with my appointed friend and prophet. I called you. He called everyone that hears this prayer, originally and now here. He's called you to hear this prayer. Hi, George. I'm glad you're here because you were called. And the Alex, I'm just going to call you Alex. It's a long name before something Collins. God bless you, Alex Collins. Hebrews 11:30. By belief, the wells of Jericho fell, having been surrounded for 7 days. James 4:7. So then, subject yourselves to Elohim, our God, Resist the devil, and he shall flee from you. Faith in, this is a not underlined, faith in me to ensure victory and spiritual salvation. So believe in achieving the ultimate I have for you. So we need to believe in achieving the ultimate that he has for us. All together today, I did. Romans 8:31. What then shall we say unto this? If Yahuah is for us, who is against us? If you're just coming on, we're using a particular Bible scriptural version to read the Prayer Mountain prayers that came through Tongues and Interpretation. And this was April 9th, 2025. Galatians 5:1. In the emancipation with which Messiah has made us free, stand firm then, and do not again be held in the yoke of slavery. I'm going to read that one again. Galatians 5:1. In the emancipation with which Messiah has made us free, stand firm then, and do not again be held in the yoke of slavery. 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have guarded the belief. And we know we're supposed to guard his word in our heart, right? That we might not sin against him. This is underlined. I am emphasizing the eternal blessings for those who overcome spiritual substance, victory over Satan. Believe in God, your Jesus, Yeshua. 1 John 5:5. Who is the one who overcomes the world but he who believes that Yeshua is the Son of Yahuah, or the Father? 2 Corinthians 2:14. But thanks be to Yahuah, who always leads us on to overcome in Messiah, and manifests through us the fragrance of his knowledge in every place. You get that? Everybody smells the fragrance of heaven everywhere you go. Why? Because of Messiah, right? Messiah is manifested through you. Colossians 2:15. Having blotted out the certificate of debt against us by the dogmas which stood against us, and he has taken it out of the way, having nailed it to the stake. So a certificate of debt means a handwritten list of accusations. And that accusations that Satan has made against you, it is nailed to the cross, to the stake, to the tree. And the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach has already covered it. Hi, Tatter? I don't know how to pronounce your name. This is a reading of Tongues and Interpretation. that was given to us on Prayer Mountain on April 9/25. This was underlined. Say this with confidence, that you will not be afraid from what is coming. No one will perish. Be alert of the common or the temptations or trials. And then I wrote a note here. 1 Corinthians 10:13 speaks of the common. Okay? So, we're not supposed to be scared of the judgment that is to come. Because no one will perish. That's what he said. And I'm sure he means no one of this assembly. So, if you want to be of that assembly, I recommend that you hook up with Yeshua's Love Heals, or with Billy Brim Ministries, or check in here again. Look at my post on Facebook or YouTube, and check out other prayer calls that I have put on here. 1 John 5:4, because everything having been begotten of Yahuah overcomes the world, and this is the overcoming that has overcome the world, our belief. So there you go. You can know who's not going to be overcome. That's going to be those begotten of the Father. Joshua 10:8. And Yeshua said to Joshua, do not fear them, for I have given them into your hand. Not one of them does stand before you. You've seen the Nephilim on YouTube and Facebook lately. And we're not supposed to be afraid, because they will not stand before us. 1 Corinthians 10:13. No trial has overtaken you except such as is common to man. And Yahuah is trustworthy, who shall not allow you to be tested beyond what you are able, but with the test shall also make the way of escape, enabling you to bear it. This was not underlined. You are promised victory through faith. I has overcome this world. This is underlined. You can live a victorious life through me, Jesus Christ. Yeshua HaMashiach is what I call him, because he came to me when I was calling on Jesus. And he wrote Yeshua in the sand with his finger. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 57. But thanks to Yahuah, who gives us the overcoming through our Master Yeshua Messiah. Revelations 3:17. Because you say, rich I am, and I am made rich, and need none at all, and do not know that you are wretched and pitiable, and poor and blind and naked. This is underlined. It is all about your relationship with me. Without Christ, Messiah, your God, Adonai, you can do nothing. Pardon me. John 15 verses 4 through 5. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch is unable to bear fruit of itself, unless it remains in the vine. So neither you, unless you remain in me. I am the vine, and you are the Natsarim. Natsarim means branch, and the first churches were called Natsarims. They didn't say they were Christians, they were Natsarim. He who remains in me, and I in time, and I in them, he who remains in me and I in them, he bears much fruit, because without me you are able to do nothing. And that was John 15 verses 4 and 5. This was not underlined. Both of you are my workmanship. Do the good works. And I think he means both America and Israel at that point. But he's talking to every person on here to tell the good news to every person that you're led to lead to. Sometimes it's just not good to just go to every person and say, hey, I need to tell you something. But whoever God leads you to, share the good news. Philippians 2:13. For it is Yahuah who is working in you both to desire and to work for his good pleasure. So when he says both, he's talking both, like Philippians 2:13. That his workmanship is both to desire and to work for his good pleasure. John 14:18. I shall not leave you orphans, and this is underlined. I am coming to you. This is underlined. I am the high priest, church, living by faith and my words. If you're not listening and obeying his 10 commandments and his 5 books of law, you're in trouble, because he just mentioned them. My words. I am the high priest, church, living by faith and my words. Ephesians 1:22. And he put all under his feet and gave him to be head over all to the assembly. Trust in me. During the prayer call, I heard the call go out for. I heard, Kimberly, he is coming, for you are the friend of God. Kimberly, I have called you one way or another. You are called out and delivered some of, and so this is for you too, okay? Because you're called too. You're called to this prayer. Some of your parts may be in prison, but you shall be free, set free to serve. I am coming, I am coming, I am coming, and I am even at the door. So you can put that in there, Alex, and say, Alex, he is coming, for you are the friend of God, Alex. I have called you one way or another. You are called out, delivered. Some of your parts are in prison, but you shall be free, free to serve. I am coming, I am coming, I am coming, and I am even at the door for you, Alex. John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the ruach that gives life. The flesh does not profit at all. The words that I speak to you are ruach, and are life. So the ruach is the Spirit of God. This is underlined. Are you raised with me through faith? It is my Spirit who gives you life, and you are my friend when you do what I command. And I just thought of John chapter 15, verse 14. When you do his commands, it says stay in the Torah, right? All over the Bible, there's plenty of things that he's commanding you. Especially do what he's commanding you to do when you hear it in your heart, right? Revelations 2, 1 through 7. To the messengers of the assembly of Ephesus, write, he who is holding the 7 stars in his right hand, who is walking in the midst of the golden lampstands, say this, I know your words and your labor and your endurance, and that you are not able to bear evil ones, and have tried those who say they are emissaries and are not, and have found them false. And you have been bearing up and having endurance, and have labored for my name's sake, and have not become weary. But I hold this against you, that you have left your first love. So remember from where you have fallen, and repent and do the right works, or else I shall come to you speedily and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. Yet this you have, that you hate the works of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Ruach says to the assemblies. To him who overcomes, I shall give to eat from the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of Yahuah. Very good. Oh yeah, I heard in assembly today that your first fruits is your prayer life. And I've always thought it was your first love, to fall in love with him. And but those that actually say yes and do not run away from him when he calls you for prayer, is not that relationship? Prayer is relationship. Okay, here we go. This is not underlined. There is a direct relationship in this prayer. This is underlined. With my prophet and friend for loving Christ, Messiah, and doing the right works. Ecclesiastes 1, verse 6. And all the splendor has departed from the daughters of Zion. Her rulers have become like buck. They have found no pasture, and they go power, and they grow powerless before the pursuers. John 15, 1 through 2. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. Every branch in me that bears no fruit, he takes away, and every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, so that it bears more fruit. Romans 8:17. And and if children, also heirs, truly heirs of Yahuah, and co-heirs with Messiah, if indeed we suffer with him, in order that we also be exalted together. My presence, no, this is not underlined. My presence allow always with, I am walking your journey with you, guiding you with hope, my hope and glory in you. Hebrews 6:19, which we have as an anchor of the life, both safe and firm, the entering into that within the veil. Isaiah 43:19. See, I am doing what is new. Let it spring forth. Do you not know it? I am even making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Be encouraged. Okay, this is not underlined, this part. Be encouraged through my friend and prophet. Stay sharp for the change that is coming. This is underlined. You are to trust me. I know the I know the plans I have for you, church. And then it says, comma, Billy, and then comma, Muhammad, comma, all of you. So he listed Billy Brim and Muhammad Max in the call. Isn't that cool? 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore encourage one another and build up one another as indeed you do. Psalms 27:1. Yahuah is my light and my deliverance. Whom should I fear? Yahuah is the refuge of my life. Whom shall I dread? The strength of, okay, now this is not underlined. The strength to persevere through this life's challenges. I am the one who gives you comfort. Focus on my promises. Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love Yahuah, to those who are called according to his purpose. 2 Timothy 1:7. For Yahuah has not given us a ruach of cowardice, but of power and of love and of self-control. You've been given a spirit of power and a spirit of love and a spirit of self-control. Romans 15:13. And the Elohim of expectation fill you with all joy and peace in believing, that you overflow with expectation by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. This was underlined. Do not fear anything in life. I already won the victory over evil. Rejoice in me today. Psalms 118, verse 24. This is the Yom, or the day, Yahuah has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 16:9. Therefore my heart was glad, and my esteem rejoices. My flesh also dwells in safety. Now this was not underlined. Lift up your spirit, my love, and promises of hope, comfort. You cannot do it alone. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I shall give you rest. 1 Peter 5:10. And the Elohim of all favor, who called you to his everlasting esteem by Messiah, Yeshua. After you have suffered a while, himself perfect, established, strengthened, and settles you. This is underlined. Yeshua, or Yahusha, some people say, produces the work of faith. You will carry it on. Romans 5:5. And expectation does not disappoint, because the love of Yahuah has been poured out in our hearts by the Ruach HaKodesh, which was given to us. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8. Love is patient, is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not boast. It is not puffed up, does not behave indecently, does not seek its own, and is not provoked, reckons not the evil, rejoices in truth. It covers all, believes all, expects all, endures all. Love never fails. And whether there be prophecy, and where it says, and whether there be prophecies, they shall be inactive. In other words, eventually it's going to end. Or tongues, they shall cease. Or knowledge, it shall be inactive. So after the second coming, we won't need to pray in tongues in order to get an interpretation, because he will be here and we can speak to him directly. We will not have to communicate through the veil. That's what that means. Okay, this is not underlined. Feel my love when you, feel my love when you're discouraged. You are not in the middle of the storm. You are a child of God. John 3:16. And Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only begotten, or brought forth Son, so that everyone who believes in him should not perish, but possess everlasting life. 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now belief, expectation, and love remains. These three, but the greatest of these is love. This is underlined. I show my love to you. Hi, Pixie. I show my love to you, for you so hold fast to the change, and know that I am with you. That was underlined. Trust in me. So one thing I wanted to comment on before I get off of here is that on this 1 Corinthians 13:13, it says three things, right? Belief, expectation, and love remain. So when Yeshua come through the veil, they will not destroy, even though tongues will cease. And prophesying will cease because we have them and we don't have to communicate through the veil with them in this way anymore. These will remain. These things shall not pass away. Love shall not pass away. Believing in him shall not pass away. And expecting the good that he shall do will not pass away. God bless you. Have a great evening. Hope you were blessed.